Good morning. Trust you're all doing well. Wonderful to be here with you via Zoom and also via YouTube this morning. Sending you all my love. Pono, wherever you are, we miss you in the mornings. Miss seeing your face. Hope you're doing well. And Kelsang, leave us an update in the chat. Let us know how you're doing today. Hope you're doing well. Hello, everybody. Hi to everyone who's with me on the weekend in Nashville. Hi to everyone who's here this morning from all over the world. Beyond excited to be with you all this morning and very grateful that you're here. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Morning, Kate. Good morning. Morning, Terrence. Good morning, everybody. Morning, Teresa. Thank you for being in my life. Morning, Connie. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. We're just going to give it a little bit. I'm a bit early. Just want to make sure that everyone could join and get on and get situated. Good morning, Anna. Hope you're feeling good. Morning, Alicia. Good morning, good morning. What a wonderful day today. Feels like a brand new start, a brand new possibility, a brand new potential, a brand new incarnation. So, sending you all my love. Good morning, good morning. Just waiting on everyone to join and navigate technology so that everyone can be here. Good morning, Maxwell. Morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Em. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Exactly. Happy day is about right. Time to bust out the Edwin Hawkins ensemble. Thanks, Kate. Good morning, Karen. It's always sunny in Toronto. Good morning, Jagruti. Good morning. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Harry. Morning, Carrie. Morning, Chris. Love you. Morning, Elsa. All my love to you. Yay. Good morning, everybody. Morning to those on YouTube just joining. Hi to everybody here. I just wanted to get started a little bit earlier so everyone could join. And it's just wonderful to be with everyone. Glad to hear it, Connie. Lovely to see you. And your beautiful, significant other. Wow. That was a powerful night last night. Powerful day yesterday. I'm going to talk about it. Thank you. Hawaiian music is in honor of Pono. I don't know why. Just been thinking about you, Pono. Send you all my love. It was the music of choice today for my dropping kids off at school run camp. So it spilled over into this morning's studio warm-up music. And hi, Robbie. Hi, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, so I'd like to get started. Morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I feel like there are pivotal moments in our time together and that it's important to acknowledge them. I don't know about you, but this week has felt very much like a week of completion for me. And I don't even necessarily know what's being completed or why. It just feels like things that were not embraced yet are now being embraced. And of course, when this happens, it's because we're always being prompted into moving into more love, more light, and more presence. Last weekend we were together in Nashville, and I have to say that it was one of the most powerful in-person events that we've ever had. And what makes it that is that every time we get together in person, it's like we walk through a doorway. Everyone who's called to be there creates an opening for every other person in this community to walk through, for them to step into who they are. And one of the main themes and why this feels like such a powerful time of completion is because if you've been here for long enough, you'll begin to recognize that actually there is no limitation. That your emotions, your feelings, your mind, your body, your circumstance, your life event, well, that's not getting in the way of anything. You can be at peace, you can be the love that you are, and you can be joyful in the midst of it all. And there's totally the capacity within you to determine your inner state of being. And yeah, life's going to happen. The world is going to continue to be the world. Human beings are going to continue to be human beings. Okay. But does that have to continue to define us? Do family dynamics have to continue to define us? Do societal dynamics have to continue to define us? I don't think so. After a while, you get to a place where you recognize that there's an immense freedom in being peaceful all the time. Last night we had an accountability call in Impact. It's a call we do. It's a 90-minute call every week. And I think it was one of my favorite calls ever. And I won't mention the community member's name because obviously all of their participation is anonymous. But I would like to share the circumstance. This individual, who I love dearly, who happened to be with me on the weekend, unbeknownst to me, was actually calling in from the hospital. And not only was this courageous, beautiful, adorable human being calling in from the hospital, but this person had actually just undergone a heart procedure. And proceeded to tell me on the call, maybe not under the influence of morphine, to be determined, how much showing up every day, accepting and embracing the unfolding of life, embracing everything that's going on, just allowed this individual to be peaceful, and dare I say it, even joyful in the midst of that. And this is really why I get up every day. It's wonderful to be peaceful and joyful when everything's going fantastic, right? But can we be peaceful and joyful when we're in the hospital? Let's face it, pretty uncomfortable. Having just had heart surgery, can we be peaceful and joyful in that? Well, apparently the answer is yes, we can. Maybe not under the influence of morphine. In fact, my favorite line of the call was, once I'm done here, I'm going to go and ask them for more morphine. So it just goes to show you that our state of being is not circumstantial. It's not determined by what we're going through. Yes, we can go through, we can, be in the hospital recovering from a heart procedure and still be peaceful and still use everything that's been shared here, come into the acceptance of ourselves, come into the embracing of ourselves, coming into the love of ourselves. And so what's happening, and I'm very grateful for the fact that it is that you are realizing that your inner state is independent of all external form and phenomenon. That being peaceful has nothing to do with what's happening in your life. Being joyful has nothing to do with whether any family member in your life is ever going to crack a smile ever within the course of their life or not. God forbid they melt, right? Being the love that you are has nothing to do with anything. And so after a while, you begin to realize that there is an autonomy or independence that you have as it relates to what's happening inside of you. And when you think about it, just on a very practical, rational level, how powerful is that? How powerful is it to be able to determine being peaceful in the midst of everything that life is doing, in the midst of everything that's going on? So after a while, you realize that as it relates to everything internal, it's just a question of allowing yourself to be. I woke up this morning, I feel like I've been reborn. So happy. Just so happy. And just so grateful for everything. And my suggestion would be to not wait for some illusion of perfection to be present before we display that peace and that love and that gratitude. Because the truth is, life is going to be in a constant state of change and flux. So if you're waiting for the perfect circumstance, the perfect environment, the perfect unfolding of your life, everyone to be wonderful before you finally allow yourself to connect to what's real and true within you, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. At that point, you will forever remain a victim. You'll forever remain impacted by somebody else's mood, somebody else's level of self-love, somebody else's level of self-acceptance. After a while, you have to step off of that roller coaster ride. And you have to realize, whoa, hang on a minute. You mean to tell me that my inner state, how I show up every day, who I am, well, that's something that I can allow to just be there all the time, not just when I'm in meditation, not just when I'm in the appropriate set and setting, but I can actually just have a sense of joy even when I'm around other people who may not be joyful. Absolutely. And this is where your role comes in. Because if you think about it, if more people modeled to us that peace was possible, that joy was possible, that love was possible in every situation in life, then maybe we wouldn't ever wake up afraid of going through anything. So isn't that exactly why you're going through everything? Isn't that exactly why you're experiencing everything? To show people that there's another way of experiencing the same thing that they're going through, and to let them know that what they're going through is not getting in the way of anything. And I get it. People in your life continue to present a compelling case as to why you're strange, why you're weird, why you've lost your mind, right? Sure, but they're always going to do that. They were doing that when you were miserable. They were doing that when you weren't peaceful. They were doing that when you didn't love yourself. So what's so different now, right? After a while, we have to get to a place where we recognize, I get to determine it. I get to allow it to be there. And the thing that you have to realize too is that peace is not an attainment. Love is not an attainment. Joy is not an attainment. All of these things are just things that you finally allow yourself to have in your life. They're just things that you finally allow yourself to have. Sometimes you literally go from being the very formal, very English, very serious banker father from Mary Poppins into pivoting into the dad that wants to go fly the kite and being joyful again and remembering the presence of love and peace and bliss and this childlike sense of wonder. So if you're being serious, and there are moments of being serious, if you're overwhelmed, no matter what you're going through, these aren't things that you have to overcome. We have discovered a way to live in the presence of the truth all the time. We've discovered a way to live in a state of love all the time, to be able to access joy on demand. Because here's the secret, guys. Those three states of being are your default mode, your natural state. You've been taught or trained to live in another way of being, other than your natural state. But after a while, you've got to get to a place where you recognize, hang on a minute. I'm denying myself. I'm the one who's denying myself. It doesn't have anything to do with being spiritual. It doesn't have anything to do with any spiritual practice. At some point, I'm just going to allow myself to be what I already am, to be who I already am, to live as I know I have the capacity to live. And this is where the freedom comes from. For me, life has become very simple. I basically just spend all of my time driving my children around, from one thing after another. And I get to listen to really good music. And it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. And the next 3 years, 6 years, however long I'm blessed enough to be the daddy Uber driver, are going to be the best years for me. Because every day, when they get into the back of that car, and I'm blessed enough to drive them to a friend's house, or to summer camp, or to school, or wherever it is they're going, they'll never be the same way ever again in the back of that car. I'll never have that moment again. And I personally just don't want to miss any of it. And that's like when I see you all in person. I'll never experience you the way I get to experience you in person ever again. Even if you show up in December, by the time you show up in December, you'll already be a completely different manifestation of who you are. And so I feel like the simplicity is just appreciating what we have while we have it, knowing that it's not going to be here forever. And that's what this human thing is about. You know, you've got to get to a place where you recognize that it's not always going to be the way that it is. That life, due to the state of impermanence, the law of impermanence, is forever in a state of flux and change. And so we have to make the most of every moment that we're in, and every situation that we're in, and every circumstance that life puts us in. And when we do, I feel like we're really making the most of it, no matter what it is. Because then it almost doesn't matter what we're going through, we've remembered the truth. That this peace, this joy, this love, however it translates for you, equanimity, neutrality, spaciousness, that's the forever part. The part that's real. Everything else, all of this, everything that changes is the seasonality of life. It's here today, it's gone tomorrow. People are here today, they're not here tomorrow. Maybe here tomorrow, might not be here next week. And so, being alive is making the most of everything while we have it the way that it is, no matter what it is. And we have to get to a place where we recognize, I'll never see some of these faces again. I may, but even if I do, by the time I meet them again in person, they may be completely different in who they are. So I'll never meet this version of somebody ever again. I'll never meet this manifestation of life ever again. So it's become very simple. It's not about what everyone else is living for. It's about everything that's happening in the way that it is and making the most of all of it while I'm blessed enough to be able to do that. And also recognizing that, contrary to popular belief, I can be peaceful, I can be loving, and I can be joyful in the midst of all of it. In the midst of it all. And whether anyone else ever wants to join me in that peace or that joy or that love, it doesn't matter. It's enough that I'm in it. It's enough that I'm experiencing it. It's enough that I'm allowing myself to be who I've come here to be, that I get to determine how I experience my life. I can't change what I'm going through. I can't change what's going to happen. But I can absolutely celebrate it for what it is now. Absolutely make the most of it. Absolutely. So, close your eyes, you beautiful human beings, and just take some long, deep cleansing breaths. There are things in you that want to naturally find an avenue or place of completion. This morning we're going to let them. Your emotions aren't getting in the way of your joy or your peace or the love that you are. Your feelings aren't getting in the way of the peace or the joy or the love that you are. Your mind, the thoughts, the beliefs, they're not getting in the way either. Nor is anything that you're going through in your body right now. Actually, there is no limitation other than the one that you empower. And this is why enlightenment, liberation, freedom is the gift that you grant yourself. It's not something that somebody else can give you. It's something that you allow yourself to have. So this morning, if you don't mind, just take some deep breaths and just allow yourself to experience this light, this enlightenment that so many of you have been trying to experience for so many decades. Just take a deep breath. Just allowing yourself to experience this oneness that so many of you have so diligently and so meticulously been trying to bring into the world. Just take a breath. And maybe for some of you it's just being peaceful. And that's the breakthrough. Okay, well, take a breath. You can, in every moment of your life, allow yourself to be peaceful, no matter what you're going through. You can, whether anyone else in your life is happy or not, be happy. You can. Allowing yourself to be happy. To be joyful. And you can live with love in your heart all the time. Even though people around you may be afraid, people around you may still be living in survival. You can be in love in the midst of everyone. So just allowing yourself to be peaceful, allowing yourself to be joyful, allowing yourself to be happy, allowing yourself to be enlightened, allowing yourself to be in oneness. Today, I'm going to allow myself to live from my highest manifestation, love. Because I've realized that the love that I am has nothing to do with my emotions. It has nothing to do with my feelings. It has nothing to do with what's going on in my mind. It has nothing to do with what I'm going through physically. It has nothing to do with anyone else's mood, state of being, what's happening in the world. You see, this love that I am is the part of me that's infinite and eternal. And everything that I'm going to go through today, no matter how intense it may be, no matter how much other people try and convince me that I should be feeling a certain way or living my life a certain way, you see, the love that I am never changes. Everything else does. So being the peace that you are, the joy that you are, the neutrality that you are, is actually living from the part of you that's real. Part of you that never ends. The part of you that's infinite and eternal. The constant. The part that's real in the experience of reality. Good. Just continuing to take some breaths and just recognizing that having all of these things is a function of you allowing yourself to have them. So allow yourself to have them. You can absolutely be peaceful. You can absolutely be joyful. You can absolutely be the love that you are. No matter what. And there is nothing getting in the way of it. Never was. One day, you'll realize that you deserve it. You'll realize that you deserve it. That you deserve your love. That your nervous system deserves your neutrality. Instead of walking around all tweaked out all the time. And that your face deserves your smile. It's my favorite one. Your face deserves your smile. It does. Your face deserves your smile. Your nervous system deserves your peace. And your heart deserves your love. So if you can't do it for you, do it for your face. It's revolutionary. Do it for your face. Liberate your face. Allow your face to smile. Your heart deserves your love, and your nervous system deserves your peace. Your poor adrenals deserve an all-inclusive vacation. Somewhere wonderful. Your adrenals deserve your peace. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath. You deserve to live from the part of you that's real. In the midst of it all. And the good news is you can. Now the question is, will you? Will you? Will you allow yourself to be this oneness, to be this love, to be joyful? Will you? Because that's determined by you. Will today be the day when you finally realize that your face deserves a smile? That your nervous system deserves peace? And that your heart deserves love? Well, if you're here, if you're hearing me now in 2025, maybe 100 years from now when I'm no longer here, I want you to know that this is all it's about. That I love you with all my heart. And now maybe it's okay for you to love yourselves no matter what. And if you are watching this 100 years from now, I hope that because of all of this, the world is a more peaceful, kinder, gentler, loving place. Leave me a comment in the chat if it is. Not that I'll be able to read it, but somehow, in some way, I'll know that my life made a difference. And supported all of you 100 years from now. So, enlightenment is the gift that you give yourself. Oneness is the gift that you give yourself. Peace is the gift that you give yourself. Joy is the gift that you give yourself. Nobody can give it to you. You just allow yourself to finally experience what's always there, what's always been there. All the time. Because it's the part of you that's real. And what's real is totally independent of everything. That life is really just about allowing yourself to be who and what you naturally are. Love. Love. Yep. Love. Take some breaths, you beautiful human beings. And just notice how you feel. Laurel with the emojis. Day 1497, which is wild. Stop typing Om Shanti. Smiley face, heart emoji. Thank you, Laurel. Alright. Close your eyes, you beautiful people. Your face deserves a smile, so put one on your face. Your nervous system deserves peace. Your heart deserves your love. Good morning, sweet friends, and welcome to another Call to Calm meditation. At some point, one day, you wake up and you finally allow yourself to be peaceful. And it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in the context of what you're going through. It doesn't make sense in the context of how life is unfolding or what's happening in the world. In some ways, when you first begin to access this peace, it feels so misplaced. And the reason why is because on that day when you finally allow yourself to be peaceful, you're tapping into the part of you that's real, that never changes, that's infinite. One day, you'll wake up and you'll just start to feel love in your heart for no reason. It's not even the fact that you're in a relationship. It's not that everyone on the planet loves themselves. It has nothing to do with anything outside of you. It's just that for whatever reason, in that moment or during that span of time or on that blessed day, you finally allowed yourself to experience it. I believe if you're here right now hearing these words, whether you're here in 2025, 100 years from now, 200 years from now watching this video, if we still have videos, I believe you're here because you're ready to realize that who you really are is independent of your experience. That this part of you that's real is free. It always has been free. And maybe it's time to acknowledge it. Close your eyes, you beautiful human beings, and allow your physical body to relax. Resting in the awareness of your breath. Transforms your life into a living meditation. Becoming aware of your every inhalation and your every exhalation. Resting in the awareness of your breath. Transforms your life into a living meditation. This morning, acknowledging maybe for the first time ever that your nervous system deserves your peace and calm. Your smile, your face deserves your smile. Your beautiful smile. And your heart deserves your love. This morning, seated where you are or laying down, you begin to make out the outline of a golden luminous being. What's unusual about this is that this isn't the manifestation of some deity or some external manifestation of power or light. This golden being is you. Shiny, sparkly, resplendent. It's not some future version of you. It's not the version of you after 20 years of selfless acts or 50 years of meditation, or because you went to a spiritual site or went on a spiritual pilgrimage. No, this golden you is the version of you that you are right now. Bright, infinite, luminous. This morning, you're going to allow yourself to finally be who and what you've always been. This love that you are. this joy, this bliss that you are, the peace that you are. You feel this golden, luminous you merging with your heart. And as it does, you remember, whoa, that's what this is for. You start to feel the warmth, the neutrality, the equanimity, the electricity. You remember that your heart deserves your love. From your heart, this golden manifestation of you begins to flow through your nervous system. Everything becomes calm. Your adrenals resting in hammocks, hydrating, enjoying the break. Everything calm. Everything's calm, peaceful. And then before you know it, there's a giant smile on your face. Today, you're going to allow yourself to be enlightened because you already are. Just take a deep breath. Of course you are. There's infinite light in you. Today, you're going to allow yourself to be joyful because there's so much joy in you. Today, you're going to allow yourself to recognize the connection that you have with everything around you, because everything shares the same light and the same love and the same presence as you. Finally allowing yourself to be in this place of connection. With every breath, with every inhalation and exhalation, more and more, you begin to recognize that your inner state of being has nothing to do with what's going on outside of you. So today, allowing yourself to be peaceful, allowing yourself to be joyful, allowing yourself to be loving, your face deserves your smile. Your nervous system deserves your peace. And your heart deserves the infinite love that you are. You feel a conscious alignment or emerging between golden sparkly you and the version of you that's sitting down or laying down listening to this. All of a sudden, you allow yourself to just be golden sparkly you. The version of you that's real. The part of you that never dies. the aspect of you that's already beyond all of this. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath. And allowing your face to receive your smile. Allowing your heart to receive your love. And allowing your nervous system, especially your adrenals, to receive the gift of your peace. Today, I acknowledge that freedom is the gift that I give myself. That the peace that I am, the love that I am, the joy that I am, has nothing to do with what's happening in my life. So today, I'm going to allow myself to be who I really am. Love. All day long. Because I will never be this version of myself again. I'm never going to experience life in the way that I'm experiencing it right now, ever again. Yay. Take some breaths. And just notice how you feel. If you're feeling good, you can leave me the little heart emojis in Zoom. If you're on YouTube, smash the heart button. Let the world know. And if you are indeed watching this 100 years from now, thank you. Thank you. Well, there you have it. How are you all feeling? I can see by the heart emojis that we're all doing wonderful. And we're also beginning to get now that our face deserves our smile. Our hearts deserve our love. And our nervous systems deserve our peace. And yes, we're going to go through some things. However, who we really are and why we're here has nothing to do with any of that. Today's Wednesday, at least it is in the part of the world that I'm in. And boy, am I grateful to be alive. Boy, am I grateful. Today we've got a group alignment session. Group alignment sessions are semi-privates. If you're struggling with anything at all in your life and would love to access freedom and peace and joy and love for yourself because you deserve it, I'll see you there. Also, if I'm not mistaken, there's an impact semi-private today. So if you're on that call, look forward to being with the Impact community. Get outside today. Take a walk. Remind the world that it's okay to be the love that you are. And that there's no perfect time to be happy. And that you can't wait for the world to be peaceful before you finally give yourself access to the gift of peace. At some point, you just have to finally allow yourself to have it. So there you go. A big thank you again to everyone who came to the event in Nashville on the weekend. Love you all. Thanks for walking through that doorway so that everybody else can. Next live event will be in December, just letting you know so you can all plan accordingly. And it'll be the first weekend in December, so make sure that you're free and that you can come. I'd love to see you all in person. Now, today life is going to happen. People are going to say things, people are going to do things. There's stuff happening all over the world. The question is, how are you going to experience it? Are you going to experience it with a smile on your face, with love in your heart, and peacefully? And show people that there's another way to go through this thing called life? How are you going to experience it? Keep coming back to your breath and enjoy the golden, sparkly version of you that I have the pleasure of speaking to every morning here. Call to Calm, on Zoom, and everywhere else. Take care, you beautiful human beings. Just a reminder that Impact registration is open for everybody in the event that you'd like to embark on a 3-month journey of self-acceptance, self-love, and self-discovery. One where you are empowered in yourself. One that makes all of these things sustainable. Maybe it's for you. Head on over to the website. All right. Wishing you all a fantastic day. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Smash up the heart emojis and smiley faces. Let the world know that we exist. And for those of you here via the regular Zoom link, don't smash anything. Don't do it. I'll see you here tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Be well. Thanks for being in my life. And just know that I'll never experience this version of you ever again. And that fills my heart with so much joy. I will never get to experience this version of you in the same way that you are now ever again. And that fills my heart with joy.